The challenge to go from plans to principles might seem as a very provocative and very annoying thing for many people. If they have sat in rooms making plans and maybe they lack this intuition that people can actually be trusted, well, it's borderline insane to lead according to principles instead of plans. Maybe some also will say that it sounds religious, or it sounds like something that we saw from the Second World War, and of course that isn't what we're talking about. Leading by principle should not be that we can't pay attention to the needs of other people and can't be empathetic. It only serves as an tool of action that makes it easier for people to choose the right things for them, and it makes it easier for them to have self-management or self-leadership. So acting by principle only means that there is an innate principle in the way that we work, in a profession, in an institution. So for instance, if you are a leader, there are some principles in being a leader that you can't just say, I don't want to adhere to these principles. You need to be a risk taker. You need to be visionary. You need to be followed by people. If you don't lead by those principles, well, then you aren't a leader. Then you might be a manager, and that can be just as fine. If you're school teachers, there's also a principle to be a school teacher, and that is that you can engage other people in learning. It is that if you're a school teacher, that they can leave school and still having the willingness and the dream and desires and the urges to learn and unlearn and relearn all through life. And if your youngsters do that and they call you a good teacher, well, then you are a good teacher. So the task today is actually to pick up a principle that is really good if you want to be a better person, and that is to wash your hands. It is actually a really good thing to wash your hands, because then you won't contaminate other people, and the risk that you are going to be sick is actually cut in half. And it is actually said by the World Health Organization that it could be so that if more people wash their hands worldwide, we could cut the amount of diseases in half. And then maybe people would say, hey, but half, that's not enough. We need to take all diseases away. And then we say, yeah, it's not more, but it's better. If many people do it every day, more each day, it would actually have a positive impact. And then maybe some people would say, oh, washing your hands, doesn't it make you really neurotic to go and wash your hands all the time? And then we reply, still, if you should be neurotic, washing your hands is not, the evilest thing that you can do to other people. So while we are washing our hands and reminding ourselves to become better people, and that principles is something that you stick to, even though it in the moment is not very opportunistic to do it, and even though nobody is watching, we still do it. Maybe we could take the time to reflect on other principles, and principles that define you as a person or your organization, and thinking about that maybe one of the reasons why people get stressed or depressed or annoyed is that they have some kind of innate principle that they are not allowed to live out in their ordinary lives. Maybe they want to be prouder of what it is that they do, maybe they want to be trusted, and maybe they want to move from more to better.